Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Oh man.
I mean, come on, Truth. Let's go.
Women have high emotional intelligence.
The EQ be EQing.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You think this is true?
Yes.
Tell me how.
I think,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
based on a woman's just overall intelligence, it can be influenced by the emotional lecturers. So it's like if it, we know the sun rises and you get a sunset. So certain things are just facts. You don't have to acknowledge it. It just is what it is. There are other things that are less black and white or less stagnant that some women can believe they can navigate in or manipulate a different type of thing. But I just don't. I don't think that's where in mass this community is at all. I love how Kelly Bev and they're like, what's she gonna say?
Explain this.
I'll bust the windows at your car. I don't think we know any woman that's just knocking random dudes' windows out. There's a backstory. There's something that we need to like dig into because bust the windows.
That's why the talking point stays.
What do you mean, babe?
We don't have control over our emotions, Tiffany. You know this.
Oh,
We
so it
are
goes.
emotional 3 weeks out of a month.
3 weeks or 1 week? 3 or 1?
3 weeks. You have your pre,
Uh huh.
your during, and
Uh
your
huh.
post. 3 weeks out of a month, we're emotional. That 1 week we might be good.
But the
Depends.
post, but the post is not a.
The post is the
Can we
ovulation
not?
week, and you're just
Can
as
we not just
emotional
do
as your
two?
menstrual.
Two would be logical. I will give you 1 week of
No.
pre and 1 week of
Wait,
on.
isn't it Isn't it biological? Isn't this a proven thing or no?
Yes. Yes, it is.
For what tip
It
are you?
depends. You have a lot of black women that have different things like
What?
PCOS, and that we
Don't
do have to go ahead. Go ahead, Nate. I'm sorry.
don't you got that button, Hamp? What
Which
button that
one?
is? That windmill button?
Word. So I say, go ahead, and then you gonna give it to this nigga. That's what we doing, Nate.
I love you,
Yikes.
Tiff.
I love you too, sis. I'm like, good for today. She's like, hey, Hamilton.
Hampton.
I said Hamilton.
I don't like. I don't. That's one thing I don't like. I don't like that. I'm the
Okay.
third. I'm the third. My name
We
is Regal.
understand you was like, and I told my dad is
It's
it
earned.
Oh, I'm
My
gonna start
son is
calling
the
you three.
fourth. You know what I mean? Now,
okay. Yep. Okay, him.
now, is Nate right? I didn't know y'all be fucking around. Y'all be wilding 3 weeks. I thought it was just 7 days.
It's not
On
necessarily.
average, a menstrual cycle lasts between 28 to 35 days.
What?
Yeah, the part where you bleed is only one phase of your whole menstrual cycle.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all be menstruating damn near all year.
Yes.
Yeah.
All the time.
It's a cycle.
I did not know that, bro. That's scary. There's no way y'all have high EQ.
We don't.
Did he say who said who don't? Girl,
I said we don't have a high emotional. We don't.
You don't think so, Alexis?
Um,
So, and I'm asking you this like right now.
yeah, and I'm gonna tell you right
like
now.
full on. No, hold on, full on. Not trying to be an asshole. You have been so excited about the Super Bowl because one, the Chiefs are your team, right?
Mhm.
Based on what we saw yesterday, and your disposition is one like I know you're not like in the best of like spirits or blah 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 blah, but you're still processing them not winning.
Are you
in
trying
a
to
different
manipulate her answer?
Right,
I
that's how I'm feeling right
who
now.
said that? Who's talking?
No, ma'am. No,
It's
ma'am.
just a football game.
Yeah, it's just a football game, and
You proving
I
him
grew
right
up,
right now.
and I
I
grew
mean,
up in those Kansas City streets. That's my home. Like, and
right,
so it doesn't
right.
matter what happens. I'ma still be a Kansas City Chief fan. I had to go on a podcast today
Mhm.
and win, lose, and you see me here, and I
Right.
didn't change clothes when I came.
You didn't.
But anyway, I'm gonna go back to what my brother was saying. Do we have a? And we don't, because it says emotional intelligence is the ability to understand, use, and manage your own emotions in positive ways to relieve stress, communicate effectively, empathize with others, overcome challenges, and diffuse conflict. If we're menstruating for 28 to 35 days, our hormones are like this. So we're not able to do a lot of those things, which the definition of emotional intelligence is.
Mhm.
I know it. Like, and I'm not about to sit up here in front. I'm not pandering to nobody. I know when my emotions, I can feel when mine is changing, and I'm like, oh, and I have to
Mhm.
apologize sometimes to different people because I know what is going on. But I mean, nah. And if anything, I can give you something to lean on. Maybe pivoting to us having a menstrual
Mhm.
can say this is why we don't have the emotional intelligence
Mhm.
or high emotional intelligence. I mean,
Mhm.
that's out of
I hear
line.
you.
And
No,
I
I hear
love
you
you,
100%.
Tiff, but you
I
you
love you
you
too.
you talking about you gonna bring up my team and that's
No, sis. When I say I have been my homie since he's been in
but
White
I've been a
House, been
Kansas
running
City
back
Chief
and forth.
fan. I've been a Kansas City
My
Chief
feelings
fan. I've
yesterday.
been a Kansas City Chief fan before Mahomes, before Alex Smith, before
Okay.
Matt Castle. I've been a Kansas
How,
City Chief
in
fan
the Midwest, in Texas, how?
because my dad
Mhm.
was met my mom here in Texas, and he's
Mhm.
from Kansas City. He was in the military, and we moved to
Okay.
Kansas City. And the original Texan team moved to Kansas City, just like I did.
Mhm.
So I'm rolling with the team.
Okay.
That's it.
I gotta
That's
respect it.
I mean, you sound like you wasn't, because I think how many
Well,
times have I told that story?
At least maybe twice.
Yeah, I mean, so
So the EQ thing, you know, the Chiefs stink.
calm down. Calm
The
down.
EQ thing,
We beat y'all twice.
y'all got beat 42-22.
And y'all don't have a Super Bowl in the last 6 years.
I understand. Y'all got beat 42-22.
And y'all don't have a Super Bowl in the last 6 years. And we beat y'all twice.
You only as good as your last game.
Okay. Shout out to Jalen Hurts and his fine ass.
We would beat the damn Eagles. Y'all look like shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
How did y'all look?
we
At
was
home.
losers be act like they ain't lose.
I feel like I don't lose. But you can't say
Dublin.
nothing when your team is at home.
Listen, we talking about the game. Y'all stink.
Just talk to me nice. Dang, you was
Y'all
at
can't
home.
block nobody. Y'all can't block nobody.
But you was at home. Talk to me nice.
You rather have our line or your line?
Which line? For the O line or D line?
O line.
Ah, damn. Yeah, I would take out.
All right, so
Hey, did you see me exercise my emotional intelligence?
barely, but yes. So women don't have EQ.
We do.
Hold on. What's the question? Do we have a high? I thought it was. Do we have a
No,
high?
he said women don't have EQ.
No,
Now
I'm
you can give
saying
a level.
emotional intelligence, like high, like effective, you know?
Not if we menstruating.
So affected versus just baseline. Is that
I
what you're
think
asking?
people have a baseline of emotional intelligence, right? But we're talking about something that's high, effective. You know what we're asking.
No, I wouldn't ask you for clarification, but based on what you just said, I do believe that women can have an eye.
I'm asking a question. You know how you answer here. So, based on how we answer on this, might be risky. Do women have the high EQ?
Majority.
Have high EQ?
Majority.
Okay, Jalen, what say you?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Why?
I have noticed across the board how majority of people have low EQ.
What about the women?
Yeah, they have a low EQ, but the men's isn't higher. I thought that was the question.
No, it was women with the EQ thing.
Oh, well then, yeah.
It's low. What you think? People's is low. Okay.
Yeah.
So you think women definitely have low EQ, but you think that's the norm?
It's definitely the norm. Like you're basically saying most people are assertive, have excellent communication skills, are able to emotionally regulate themselves. No, that's not the majority of people. That's why people are so fucked up and unhappy.
You think more men have higher EQ overall than women?
No.
Okay. So if everybody's low, then it's just a norm.
Yeah.
So you think everybody just has low EQ equally?
Yeah.
You don't think women have a lower EQ than men?
Nope.
I don't know about that.
Men have
Calvin,
excellent communication skills overall.
we're better communicators per the ladies.
And then what else? Assertive versus aggressive. You think most men are assertive? Because that's signs of a high EQ. You're able to regulate.
Assertive, but men are, well, we're only using the men because we need to set some type of baseline. Because you're saying everybody's low, then that's just normal, right? That would
because you don't
be
agree that
just
they're on the
normal.
same. You didn't kind of agree that they were on the same level, so.
Well, because I'm trying to understand it. Because you're saying everybody's just low, and that just makes it another norm, right? So it's not low; it's normal, essentially. So men are more assertive than women. And
But
per the ladies, men are better communicators. So that's 2.
But I'm talking about in the pool of men. Are majority of them aggressive or assertive?
Majority of men would probably be. You saying aggressive or assertive?
Yeah, they're not the same.
I wouldn't even give the majority either, but maybe aggressive. I don't know.
Right.
But here's the thing, right? Because women's on the table. Men are more assertive than women. Men are better communicators than women. Those 2. What's the next one?
Empathy. I think empathy is empathy.
Of course, men have more empathy than women. Easily.
On what basis?
Women support everything that women have. If it wasn't for men supporting all the movements, women wouldn't have the things, right? Because you need men to help push them, because men have to vote, and then men have to also protect.
But
right?
that wasn't because they cared about women's rights. There was an ulterior motive to that. It
Where we
wasn't because
lost
they
it.
cared about women voting.
Okay, go ahead.
So how can you pose that as empathetic?
Well, you just making an assertion.
No, you use that as an example of how men are
Empathy.
empathetic because if they didn't do that for women's
Well, that's
rights,
just
they
one.
didn't
I did a whole bunch of things, and then men enforce and protect rights.
for who though?
Everybody. And I'm saying righteously. I'm not even trying to leverage it like men. This men. I'm just saying men literally do those things for everybody. I'm not saying
And
women
that
don't
deems
participate at all, but men do all the things.
and so that deems them empathetic, or
Yeah,
it's for their own self interest.
it's empathy. Now, you see, here's what you're saying. You're
So
saying that
if
because
men were
men.
that empathetic, right? If men
Mhm,
were that empathetic, I can go down this line with you.
sure.
LGBTQ rights, um, those types of people wanted to use the bathroom with women, be in women's sports. You should be
hmm
empathetic to their plight. You're empathetic.
You saying to alternative lifestyles?
Yeah. Y'all aren't
I said what
empathetic to them.
you see. You switching the subject, right, to try to make the
No, I'm
argument.
not.
But I said men are empathetic because we were talking about to
You
women
said
who's
to
more empathetic.
everybody.
Who's no? You said who do they enforce those rights for? Everybody. If a transgender is being harmed or hurt, and you call police officers, men are gonna come and address the situation. Majority, right?
Because
There
it's
are
their
women.
job. It's not because they're empathetic.
Well, hold on. I said you said enforce rights, right? So because that's what the point that you're trying to mind out, right? But
Hmm.
now go back to what I said, right? So if you're
Hmm.
saying men don't want transgenders in women's bathrooms, why is that?
Hmm.
Because it's for women. The empathy is for women. We don't want men in there because of what could happen to women when they're in there. That's all.
Okay. I'm going back to what you said about them being
But
empathetic and
you hopping
enforcing.
all over the place.
No, I'm not. You said for everybody. That includes the
Mm-hmm.
marginalized groups as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true. That's not a true statement. Because
Why?
because what the example I just brought up, the marginalized group of people that most men don't align with and don't use their empathy for. They're not
You talking
empathetic
about
towards them whatsoever.
LGBTQ people?
Yeah,
Why?
you said everybody.
Yeah. Why? But how are
You
you making
opened up
that
the
statement
pool.
though? How are you making that statement though?
I'm going based
They
off
what rights don't they have?
they're getting their rights taken away as we speak.
Yeah, how?
They aren't allowed representation in schools nor in any type of federal capacity. On top of
What do
it,
you
if
mean? To do what?
they don't have
When
the
we
same
looked at the
representation that we do.
when we looked at the bills, it was talking about
Okay.
government paying for gender affirming surgery.
Right. So for
How
red
is that a
state,
right?
no, not just gender affirming surgery,
And use
funding
the
towards
bathroom because you got a penis, and don't go around
no,
women because you can harm people have different agendas and they could potentially harm women. So what I don't understand.
no, it's not just that Hamp.
What is it?
That's just the representation of them as well as them being able to participate in certain areas within the federal government. They aren't allowed to do that.
Talking about the military?
I.e. the military.
Okay. So you're saying because an executive order, right, that has to be passed, that isn't law, was written to halt things, and then he's being sued for it. You saying because one man signed an executive order, now all men aren't empathetic.
One man that's backed by who?
He's being sued right now.
Straight men.
He's being sued right now. See?
Hemp.
He's being sued
I'm
right
just, I'm
now.
just. Yes, he's being sued right now
So what's the
by a
what?
select few
That doesn't
states.
make any point. So he being sued right now, right?
By 22
So,
states, not
and
50.
and so and so, do you know what happened in Israel when they put women in the infantry?
Tell me.
The men were less effective. Men are desensitized to seeing men die. When they start seeing women die, their dispositions changed. They were less effective. They were more vulnerable. So if men say keep women in a place, that's empathy. Because the men were affected by women dying. Women and children first. Shout out to the Titanic. You want to do this for real?
Okay, I'll concede that point
Man,
on that
come on.
specific point. But there's another point that I could bring up, but I
And then
feel
you
like
mentioned the
it's too much
police.
yeah, the police are just doing their job. It's not based off of empathy.
And then look at how we do the men that do their job. They just doing their job. They police officers, right? It's a choice. Nobody's forcing them to be police. And then people know the demographics in which they serve. You don't think that the police in Atlanta or DC know there's a high LGBTQIA plus population? They know what they're doing. But men ain't leaving them people out to dry. They go and handle the incident. What?
Because they have to. They don't have an option to opt out.
Can't work. They chose to be police, right? They respond.
Yeah, they're at work.
So here's the thing: the police that are in Ward 4 know that DuPont Circle is down there, right? And they police accordingly. What are you saying? What are you talking about right now? Seriously, what are you talking about right now? What are you trying to prove? You start wilding. Why?
You said that they're more. You said that they were more empathetic than women, and I don't agree.
Oh, okay. Well, why?
Yeah.
Why?
The ability to understand and share the feelings and thoughts of another person. By that, you think men do that more than women?
Yeah. Shout out to the tampon. Shout out to voting. Shout out to credit cards. Shout out to feminism. Shout out to all the 19th Amendment.
Feminism.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You think you can get that far without men?
The call to dismantle feminism and all of its power within our government begs to differ. No, they're not just talking.
What do you mean? We just look how many states voted in. How many states voted in abortion?
Literally, even in this community, y'all talk about how detrimental the ideology of feminism is to women and globally the world. So
just because
if you understood the fight,
just because you have a conversation in a small area, right? But then you look at what's happening in the earth, right? If you look at even the judicial system, who gets more empathy when being prosecuted and charged and given time and things of that nature, right? All the family court laws, right? Does that not show empathy? If you look at Kentucky, where you can get back child support while the kid is in the womb, men vote. Their parliament is, I'm saying parliament. Their Senate in Kentucky is overwhelmingly men, and they voted that.
The rescission of abortion rights, the fact that the judicial system in sentencing is unbalanced in the first place, shows how less empathetic, since majority of the government is male, how less empathetic men are to everybody.
To women?
You made it to everybody, Hamp.
No, but see, you keep asking a bunch of questions, right? And you're not getting nowhere with them, right? And I think you are, but it's actually going poorly. So here's the thing. When I said women, right? Because men enforce rights for everybody. That's what I was talking about specifically. But when we talk about men to women, which was the initial crux of the conversation, look at everything that happens, including the court system. Women benefit more when men are in office, when men are appointed as judges. Women don't get prosecuted the same. So now, do you want to move somewhere else?
I brought up
What?
abortion rights.
So why did you say the repeal? What'd you say? The rescission of abortion rights? You know that's not true. Why'd you say it like that?
How is it not true?
Were abortion rights rescinded, or were they given to the states to make the choice based on the constituents and representation of them states?
And based off of what the states are opting for right now, let's talk about the red states. What are they doing, Hamp?
How many states voted against the freedom of like abortion for any old reason?
I don't know off the top of my head.
You got Google?
You want me to Google it? Okay. One
Yeah,
second.
use that smartphone to be smart for one. Because then I can make disingenuous arguments like, look at abortion. Look how many abortions women get. That's empathy. Come on, man.
Ten U.S. states featured ballot measures that would enshrine abortion rights.
What about the other ones?
It just says 10.
How many we got?
So that proves men are more empathetic?
You talking about abortion is under duress. I'm just asking how many states we got.
50. So that proves men are more empathetic?
No, it disproved you trying to use abortion like it was just rescinded for everybody. But the truth is, you had 10 had ballot on the ballot, right? But we don't even know the votes. But what you actually just told us was 40 didn't even have that on the ballot as being under duress or potentially being deleted from women's rights. But the 10 just had it on the ballot. We don't even know how they voted.
Understood.
Jesus Christ.
But
More often than not,
I'm not going back and
the
forth.
red states are not going to leave it up for
Yes,
a vote.
you
They're
are.
gonna
You've
vote
been
on it
going back and
themselves.
forth for 10 minutes.
I concede. I can't agree with you with men being more empathetic.
Jay, but you brought it up though, feel me? Like you said that part. That's why we had to look at it.
Because you said that they were more empathetic.
Yeah, we just went through a bunch of different things. Then you had to go to gay niggas.
Because you said it. Okay.
I said protection, remember?
Yeah. I wonder how they're being protected by
men enforce things, right? So when you have laws, right? Overwhelmingly, men do the things to make sure those laws are in place for everybody. You see, that's what I said. Go ahead, Callie. What you about to add?
I was just saying that, yeah, more often than not, those red states are not going to leave it up for a vote for the people. They're going to vote it themselves, in which case they will vote to get rid of it. But that's
You talking about the 10 who have it on the ballot? What point you making now? What point you making now, girlfriend?
Yeah, I don't know nothing about the 10 being on the ballot up for a vote for the people. It's on the
not for the people. It's for
yeah. It's up for a vote in the legislature.
I got you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because the one time they did try to leave it up to people, I forgot what state that was. It was a red state, and people voted to keep the rights. So, so they know better now.
And those people include. I got you. I'm just looking at it, right? You got 10. I think there's 50 states, and then you got DC, Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands. Do we count those? And you got 10. So then if I do my math, there's 40 who didn't take the right. It's empathy, man. And men don't even got no say so. Her body, her choice is a thing. And men still voting that way.
I don't
Easy,
see that. Empathy.
easy peasy. Can you
I don't
explain the? Can you explain the empathy of women, Miss Jalen? Been windmilling. Can you break down the empathy of women?
Why are you looking like that? Like you're trying to look around your microphone at her or some shit.
Oh, she ain't looking up. You know somebody looking down, Callie, you be like this. You be like, can you mm-hmm. Anybody else want to jump in?
No, I honestly don't know who's more empathetic, men or women. But I think that the EQ, I can't call it EQ either.
So
I
we
can't
were
say that women have more EQ than men. I can't say that.
before Jalen tried to use her Hadouken, right? Salute to Ken and Ryu. We were talking about men are more assertive, which is EQ, is a portion of EQ. Men
High EQ.
are better high EQ, sorry. Men are more were better communicators pursuant to what you guys said, which is attributed to high EQ. And there was one more, but she didn't say it. I don't know what it was.
Mm. Yeah, I wouldn't say that women have a higher EQ than men, but I also can't say, just from my experience, that men have a higher EQ than women either. I honestly can't call it,
You
but I
don't want
know
to
that
call it.
huh?
You don't want to call it based on your track record. You don't want to call it
I
four
have no problem that
bodies.
I have
No,
no problem admitting
no,
that I have lapses of
no
EQ. Like that's
intuition.
not even a
You remember
thing.
the bullets you threw at
Yeah,
the ladies?
no intuition, no discernment.
Women is hoes. Women is hoes. Women is hoes. Women is hoes. Women is.
That was you, Callie. You know? I don't know. So
But yeah,
Nay
I don't
already
know.
told y'all. Lex already told y'all. Dez already told y'all. Jalen was trying. I don't know what she's trying to do. And Callie can't call it. You think men have more EQ than women or not? You know your ears get
No.
hot.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just saying.
That's why I said I can't call it the other way either.
I'm
I can't
just
call it the other
saying.
way either. Because I mean, we may be able to read it, sure, but it's the checking part that we think that women overall have an issue with, right? Being able to check it before it happens, or being able to recognize that it's happening. Like at least I
Mm-hmm.
be giving y'all warnings and shit. That don't mean I ain't gonna flash out. I just be saying, like, I recognize it.
Yeah.
But what you gonna call it? As far as like when it comes to the empathy portion of it,
Mm-hmm.
just from my anecdotal experience and talking to folk around here,
Mm-hmm.
niggas don't be getting it. Niggas don't care. They don't give a fuck.
Fuck about what?
Women's
They don't
plight.
give a fuck about women's plight or anything like that. They don't care. They're
Did
not
y'all
empathetic.
feel like? Did you feel like the men cared in Houston?
About
What
my
the
plight?
thing?
No, just making
Yeah.
sure y'all everything's straight, everybody good, and all that.
I mean, yeah, but that's called being
That's not
nice.
empathy.
What you mean? No, Callie was talking about the whole nine. She ain't talking about empty. She already saw what happened to you just now. She ain't going back down that road.
God.
You're 5'6".
I am 3 inches taller than that, and I tower over you. First off,
You don't tower over me. Maybe in your shoes.
His orthopedic shoes.
His dad
y'all ain't shit, man. So EQ, we kicking y'all ass in that too, huh?
No.
Absolutely not.
But if you're going based off of this vote, sure, by all means.
Mm-hmm. Damn. So this is
Majority
easy.
rules.
This is easy, man. You know?
They have enough emotional intelligence to realize that saying that just say yes sir and do what I say is supposed to be, it's supposed to be copacetic. They got that much EQ.
What you mean?
Oh, just leftover bullshit from the Discord.
Oh,
Why you do that?
oh shit.
What the fuck is? Oh god, I'm not. I'm out.
Damn. Partner. What up, CJ?
The P word. Where did that get on there? Why is that on the wheel?
Zon, I did a short, or not a short, but a short video today, and then who was that? My man Tony was like, "Yeah, you gotta put that up there." Yeah, man. Do you think women want like a man to be a partner, essentially, or a husband? I thought that women want husbands, but they keep on downgrading them by calling them a partner. I just don't understand that. Because marriage,
What's the difference?
the concept of marriage is a biblical concept. So we always talk about words matter, and then we think we can just substitute marriage and a husband and wife for the term partner when they indeed aren't the same thing, right? There's structured roles that go into each. And so those terms should be revered and respected. I don't understand why we disrespect them by calling one another partners. That makes no sense. The fact that you qualify to be a wife is a term of endearment and reverence, you know? And so in that construct, those things are exactly what they are. So I'll downgrade to somebody a partner. Homosexual relationships have partners. Your buddies are your partners. The boyfriends you had were partners. Now you got a husband and you call them the same thing. And those men didn't qualify. So now teamwork, companionship is what you would liken to a marriage, but not a partnership.
I am tapping into my emotional intelligence, and I'm realizing that the word is problematic for the XYs. So,
no, Callie, that's dismissive, right? So, because listen to what I said, right? So we always say words matter, right? So we look at it's a biblical term, right? You got to look at the etymology and the origin. So nowhere in the term in marriage, the construct says that those two people are partners, say that they're husband and wife. People work together as a team, no question. But we understand that a partner can go into any business agreement, any type of friendship, etc. So when you're within that construct, you got to stay there. You don't get to perverse it or make it secular when it's not a secular term in itself. It already is defined. So I think that's the point. So what y'all say about that? You want a partner, you want a husband. Partner don't gotta kill and die for you. Husband does.
Yeah, I want a husband. I don't want no partner. When I think of partner, I think of, other stuff like you mentioned earlier, like my spades partner, shit like that. And I gotta pick that seriously. But
I don't even know how to play spades, bro.
Partner all the same. But and what's like, I was really thinking because I watched the video and like it made sense, and I'm not the type to do that wifey stuff, or that's my wife and y'all ain't really married, or that's my hubby and y'all ain't really married. Almost the same concept. No, don't say that. Don't do that, because there's weight in those words. So yeah, you could call it your partner, you call it your boyfriend or girlfriend, but don't do that. Nah. So
imagine this, right? Just make it like tangible, right? Callie, you out with your husband. People come up. He say, "Who's this?" "Oh, this is my partner." Who? The woman standing next to you? The two men standing next to you? Who you talking about? That don't even make sense. It's not even palatable. But my wife, right? That term is exalted. So why downgrade each other? That just makes no sense.
like, could you imagine Will Smith? Keep my partner's name.
See, that's how you make it real. Like, yo, that sounds great. Do it again, like.
Keep my partner's name out your effing mouth.
Yo, that sounds fucking crazy, bro. See, people looking at it like it's supposed to be some dominant thing, right? It's benevolency, right? You kill and die for your wife. That's the part that just gets glossed over.
Yeah. Run up on the stage and smack a ninja in front of all them white people.
at the Oscars. Like, come on, man. You cook and clean for your husband. See, y'all water it down. Because aren't you supposed to get certain things as you go up from fiance to marriage and etc. But you cooking and cleaning for your partner this, partner that. Come on, man. Like, it doesn't make no sense.
I mean, they want us to cook and clean before we wives anyway. So.
Understood, right? But people say reserve certain things for your husband, right? You ever heard that? They don't say reserve certain things for your partner in marriage. They say reserve certain things for your husband. But it just it's like people think it's supposed to be some it's reverence, not down. It's reverence. It's benevolency. That's what it is. I just didn't understand it, you know. And TAT said Jada wasn't worth it. You know. So yeah, man. I just think go ahead.
I was just saying I've never heard anybody introduce their husband or their wife to anybody else as their partner. It's more so
they better not
out in, you know what I'm saying, in general conversation, and you're talking about your spouse. You know what I'm saying? But you know,
because it's disrespectful, right? You know, if your husband like, it's my partner, that's disrespect. You would, and I'm saying disrespect, man, might be a little extreme, but you would feel away. You know what I'm saying? That's all. You would feel away, and the fact that you would feel away means that we acknowledge that the verbs matter and the verbiage matters. You know, that's all it is. Keep my partner's name out your fucking mouth. It's crazy.
That shit was funny, Lex. That shit was funny as hell.
Baby, you should have said that. But...
I mean, I get what y'all saying. You know what I'm saying? I don't have an argument. You know what I'm saying, against it or anything like that. It's just more so along the lines of describing what kind of partnership this is, marriage. Therefore, we have certain titles. That's all. That's it's nothing more deeper than that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%. But you know what the thing is, though? Marriage come before all that other shit. So you don't predicate marriage off a partnership. You predicate marriage off of marriage, right? You don't get to downgrade marriage and say it's a type of partnership, right? That's not how marriage works. Marriage is its own thing. It's created for a specific purpose. See, I think that's the thinking. But see, we downgrade so much shit, and now it has no value. You ever notice that? I don't need to get married. I can get this and that from. I could sign. I can get a will and trust and this and that, and I can duplicate marriage. Right now, you lose all the meaning because we want to make everything secular or palatable for everybody. You see, like it's deeper than like just he want to be over. Nah, it ain't kill and die, nigga. You think I want to jump in front of bullets for niggas? No, but I know I got to. You seen that dad? It was in Israel. It was on the strip. But anyway, he had his wife and his kid covered, and the building fell. He died. The wife ended up dying, but the kid lived. But they was under him. That's a husband. She better not call that man partner. That make no fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all it is, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know, the same thing. My wife cooked pretty much every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't doing that for a bunch of kids and a partner. You know, so it just, I don't know, man. Maybe we respect it. I don't know. I just respect it, you know? That shit is earned. You know, fuck you know, every day you going through something with a nigga. Hell nah, nigga, I'm a wife, nigga. That's why I go through this shit. Only your wife can choose if they gonna pull the plug on you. No partner. You know? So what y'all think? I'm bugging?
Slightly, but I don't have an argument against it. I understand.
God
I understand.
damn.
No, for real. I mean, I understand the viewpoint. It's just that when you know what I'm saying, when it's used, it don't be that deep. But I understand.
What don't be
Is
that
what I'm
deep,
saying.
Kelly?
No, like you know what I'm saying. It don't be that deep. It's like I'm gonna try to belittle what we got, and I'm gonna call him a partner. Like no,
No,
it's not that. Yeah, it's not that
it's
deep.
I agree. Subconsciously you'd be surprised.
Mm.
And
Okay.
we do a lot of offending. You know, even like last week, right? Like people be offending because words be matter, right? And because I can make sense of it and you can't, is it justifiable? Or is there a better word to use? And so we use that word because it's better for everybody. You see? Like,
Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
think that
That's why I
just
said I
like,
get it.
yeah, you know. And then you know what else is ill? Knowing a woman, like say it's a dude, like one of my friends, right? You know, I got love for him, whatever. I see his wife out, right? Even her qualification as such means more to me too. Right. So if I see her under duress, or like when we was down in Houston, you know, like I see, you know, I mean all the but you know what I mean? Like it just it's a different impact, you know. And then when you
Hmm.
transfer of wealth is always most largely connected to marriage.
Mm.
It's so much value, and I just think we devalue a little bit, right? Not maliciously, but I just want us to process how we want to process every other word. Those things matter, you know. So that's my
Yeah.
argument. What you think, light skin Nay?
I want a husband.
Why
I
you
don't
got
want
that
no partner.
name? Stevie Wonder could see you light skin.
Cause why you got all these names on your YouTube?
Hey, they said Stevie Wonder caught his mic stand. Is that true?
I have a meme of Stevie Wonder taking a picture. Okay, so
Like,
no, he has the camera. He's taking somebody's picture.
that nigga got six senses, I guess.
I'll send it to
I
you.
need
That
to
shit
see that.
funny.
Yeah, let me see that, boy. You know how you know he can't see though? His hair. His hair is the giveaway. That's how you know Stevie can't see. Jalen, sorry. Stevie Wonder is a singer. You ever heard the song, Jalen? Happy birthday to you. So that's Stevie Wonder. He plays the
Aren't you
piano.
scared of approaching 40?
Y'all so shady tonight.
You'll be an old head at that point, right?
Hush.
Yeah.
Miss Bells, don't encourage her for talking about damn. Y'all ain't shit, bro.
Well, in her defense,
I'm
she
just
started.
saying, him. He hit 40.
look,
Get ready for that check engine light to come on. Okay.
look, look at them though. Oh, thank you, Chaser. See, DC. How you say it, Callie? You 4 minutes away from me, DC. You know what I mean? Damn, man. Okay. What do you think, Jalen? What you think? You think it makes sense?
What, to call somebody your partner?
Yeah, like just the breakdown, I guess.
Um, out of biblical principles, people see marriage as a partnership. So
Yeah,
I
but
can see
it's a
why some people opt to call somebody their partner.
I know, but what if they're taking it out of context, right? So do they get to remove the context? If they have to remove the context and make it make sense, isn't that problematic? You see what I'm saying?
But people who aren't biblically aligned get married. So what
But
about
it's
them?
it's biblical terminology. You see?
But
See, that's the part.
legally, is it biblical?
Yes, because it's biblical terminology. So regardless of how they parse it, even if they do it incorrectly, its origin is biblical. You see? You see that, but you see, like just in terms of the logic, right? So you can't take a term from somebody and make it what you want to make it. It still means what it means.
Yeah, but I wouldn't deem it disrespectful. But yeah, I see what you mean.
Man, if I by the time I vet out the guy you gonna marry and shit, and you walk up talking about this my partner, I'm like, my nigga, you a sucker. Exactly what I'm gonna tell him.
We aren't married, are we?
Yeah, if y'all was married, like after y'all get
I
done.
was about to say. If I go through the whole process and get married, yeah, I mean, he's my husband.
That's what I'm
Before
saying. You
that,
know the difference. This is distinction, You know. I remember way back I was dating this girl and I used to say my lady, and one of her friends was like, "Why you always say my?" I say, "Huh?" Breath smell like halftime. Single woman. But like just taking exception with everything. I'm like, was that too much? Is my lady too much? Like I don't be knowing, man. Shit crazy, bro. Shit crazy. Okay. So see, Queen T think it's partner's fine. I don't know. But I think she took a couple shots before she got in here, so of Saveka and 1738. She's been mixing. All right. We got one more. All right, one more. Remove. We only got two more.
Oh shit.
Oh, we did this one. Remember? We just kept it up here because sis was
Wait, so we gotta talk about black men being gay?
You really spent the wheel?
I want to talk about this, bro.
I know he did not spin that.
He really spent the wheel.
Queen T says she only drink Remy. Get it right. My bad.
He just wanted to see the color blue go in a circle. CTE crazy.
Yeah. I got another 10 good years in me though. So
Right.
most black men are gay. What'd you say, Kelly?
I said, all right, check engine light. Come on at 40.
Man, I was throwing punches today. I was able to get it like 20% out. So it felt good.
That's better. Yeah, it's better than 0% for sure.
I go like
Progress.
this. Most black men are gay. Can we just throw this shit out?
Toss it over your shoulder.
I don't feel like it. I don't feel like talking about it.
No, Jalen, that's a cop. I'm talking about throw it out because it's not true.
I mean, per my experience, yeah, most black men ain't gay.
All right, where's sis at? So y'all can tell her.
We'll tell her in the Discord next time we see her.
Yeah.
Sis be in there a lot, huh?